All right, guys, thank you for following me over here again. Appreciate it. And obviously, sorry for running late. The show ran later than I thought, but that's because when you have good conversation, that's what winds up happening. You lose track of time. So anyway, Armageddon Preparedness said he was unsubscribing from me because he didn't like my couch, which he was joking. But like I was mentioning before on the Angry Prepper channel, it's amazing that people unsubscribe from YouTubers for stupid reasons. I give everybody the three strike rule. Um, some some channels get more than that. Yes, Mo Prepper, the kids went to bed, and yeah, it's annoying. Like again, I was talking about Putin, and I know what people feel about that situation, and fine, I get it when you unsubscribe from me for that reason, but unsubscribing for somebody because they didn't move out of New York or they cursed too much, that's mind blowing to me. But that being said, you can't, as a YouTube creator, you can't pander to everybody's complaints. You'll never get your channel off the ground. Bell Prepper 1970. Why do I have two channels? Because this channel, I say a little more than I. Again, Armageddon Preparedness. I resubscribed because of you draped a blanket over it. I guess he's talking about the wool blanket. But anyway, I have two channels because this channel, The Angry Truth, we talk about a lot more political stuff on this channel. And because this is the sacrificial lamb. So even though the Angry Prepper channel, I am walking that line with getting my first strike, um, this channel is a sacrificial lamb. So I can afford this channel to get strikes and all that other shit. That channel, I try to want to keep clean of because that's my main channel. And I would hate to lose all of that shit on that channel. But I have four channels, right? I also have the Angry Calm channel, which is doing pretty good. And then I have the Angry Fitness channel, which I got to get back on top of. I just so busy with the wife going to the hospital, the trips we're taking, so I'm trying to now cut out time for that. New York is Garbo, but that isn't enough. Oh boy, Hemingway, thank you. But yeah, so guys, today's video or live stream, sorry, we're going to talk about the Chinese police stations. Um, China reportedly has a covert police station here in New York City, and I'm going to go out of my way to look for it. Now, apparently, they have covert police stations all over the world, but they have service stations, or they have 32 service stations, if you call it, around the world, and it's to help out their Chinese nationals. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's to help them out if they get in trouble, though I think that's what our laws are for, being that their laws suck. There's nothing I've read will explain the depth of their police power here in this country or Canada or other countries that they're in. I think they're also in Spain as well. But 32 stations, covert stations. They don't wear uniforms, but nonetheless, they're here. Now, again, guys, that's a big fucking problem that they're here. And something needs to be done about it. Now, I haven't had eyes on Mad Shad. Yes, it could be a safe house. But public, if it is a safe house. Again, it's weird because they have diplomats for that. They have, what you call it, consulates here in the United States for that reason. So why would you have a police station? Now, this could all be a ruse, but from everything I'm reading, it sounds real. So I don't want to sit here and say it is real, but I definitely don't want to say it's not real. Okay, that makes more sense. Armageddon Preparedness says they're looking for Chinese people who defected to the United States. That's one of the thoughts I had, but that makes sense now that you're saying it out loud. I thought about that. I'm like, what are they? Are they looking for traitors? Okay, that could be it. It could very well be it. But yeah, I would think so. Right. So Mom, 14, and her zoo. Um, I didn't hear about that. I didn't hear about the Emma View having a nuclear program for just Asian students, but I did hear again from Linda from Let's Talk Prepping. There was an article she went over where they talked about the Chinese are hiring nuclear physicists from the United States. So again, Bat, don't ever disrespect me looking like a Chinese cop. You hear ya? Nice one, Incognito. But yeah, guys, China's up to a lot. And meanwhile, we're all looking at Ukraine and Russia and we're like, look at what's going on over there. The Chinese are pulling some shit. We need to be more focused on them than we should be focused on the Ukraine and Russia and their fucking bantering bullshit over there. And listen, Ukraine and Russia is like Israel and Palestine at this point. Let them have at it and let them do what they want. I don't see people putting this much energy into those two countries anymore. Listen, ever since I was a kid, I can care less about Palestine and Israel. I can care less. Their fight. Uh, Russia and Ukraine, their fight. Let them hash it out. Whatever the fuck happens, happens. But should we be getting involved? No. You know, should we be siding with Zelensky or Putin? No, absolutely not. But anyway, guys, it's we should be focused on the Chinese and the shit they're doing. They yes. So the TikTok thing, I heard about them building data centers all over the United States, but seemingly Facebook is trying to beat TikTok at that, and they're buying up a lot of land in the Midwest, specifically in the Midwest. They try to buy a piece of land, which is weird. I thought if I read this story right, they tried to buy a piece of land by a military base and it was shut down. So they had to buy it outside of a town, and now they're using employees, they're hiring employees from the town to work at one of their data centers. So Facebook's doing the same thing. TikTok's doing the same thing. YouTube's probably going to be doing the same thing next. They're all collecting data, right? All these videos, guys, and everything that they're collecting is used for something bad. I just don't know what. Vincent Boogaloo, yes. Thank you for bringing that up. I tell people all the time, don't use TikTok. TikTok is bad. TikTok is like the science oven. It's the devil's work. I remember a couple of old people saying that about the microwave, calling it the science oven, and the devil created that kind of heat or some shit like that. But anyway, yeah, it's all bad, man. Don't use TikTok. Don't trust the fucking Chinese nation. Not the people, the nation. They're up to no good. Yes, King Ju Khan. Yes, he says data centers, domestic spying, and social credit scores. That's what they're building. That's probably what they're building, and you're right about that. To get everybody within the next, I think Facebook said the next 10 years, they wanted everybody to have an app. The only way to do that is by these fucking stupid deals that they're running out there. Every time you sign up, start a Facebook account, and you can get this for free and that for free. That's how they're getting people to sign up to Facebook, which is a sneaky way of doing it. Militant Roots. I've only heard about TikTok's policy through, what's his name? Joe Rogan. When they had that whole breakdown about the TikTok policy. Bad form, man. Bad news. And yeah, listen, I didn't trust TikTok after I heard it was, even before I heard it was a spy app. There was something about it that didn't call me to it. And a lot of people are like, oh, you can make money on that. You do so good in that. I'm like, no, I don't want that kind of shit at all. Marvin Wiseman said the Toronto Police Service uses Chinese Zoom for their conference calls. Yes. So Marvin, right? The Chinese, police station, if you will, is in Canada as well. As far as where it is in New York, we don't know. One is in New York, and it's to monitor and coerce Chinese nationals living abroad to return to China. Coerce. All right, there it is. It's right there. Spain-based human rights organization Safeguard Defender recently published a report on these 32 unofficial Chinese police stations operating around the world. The stations were established by Overseas Chinese Police Office of the Fuzhou Public Security Bureau in China's Fujian province. Fujian province. Um, and this was all discovered back in January. No shit. And there's 30 located in 25 cities in 21 different countries. So supposedly, guys, this is to monitor and coerce Chinese nationals living abroad to come back home. That sounds like a spy agency to me. Some fucking next level black ops shit. China says its fox hunt operations are meant to convince Chinese criminals. Now it's changing. Chinese says its fox hunt operations are meant to convince Chinese criminals living abroad to return to China, but they have been accused of targeting Chinese dissidents and relying on threats and covert behavior to get the dissidents to come back to China. Huh. That means threatening their families and their kids and all other shit that are still home. And whenever China calls anyone a criminal, they're not a criminal. They're probably somebody looking to get the fuck away from that country. Um, Again, guys, all bad news. China's up to no good. They're doing some shit that, okay, sorry. They're doing some shit that uh, needs to be looked at. Sorry. It definitely needs to be looked at, guys. Yes, backyard crazy, yeah, crazy backyard chicken man is right. He says Google collects more data from anybody. They use other social media sites and take their shit. True, and we all know this. But why would we want the Chinese to do the same thing? Because the Chinese are going to use that against us. See, right now, Google uses it against us to buy shit and to track us if need be. But the Chinese are going to use this, and we're going to fucking find out the hard way, very very soon, how this is gonna backfire. Um, so yeah, facial recognition in those age apps. JBS, I guess, right? I guess there's a facial recognition in those age apps. I don't use any of those filters. I don't use any of them. Billy the Kid Norwood, I agree. We must cancel all social media accounts. I'm in on it. Fuck it. I'm in on this. But Operation Pocketbook, guys, October 31st at midnight, we log out of all social media accounts, including YouTube. Listen, that's what we're doing to get them to recognize that what they're doing is, again, wrong and stupid. But it's all we can do right now until we start doing some shit like fucking Fight Club, right? You saw how that movie ended. That's the direction we should head in. Oh shit, I'm fucking so far behind. Sorry. East Tennessee preparedness, no problem. So his lunch break's over. He's probably working the midnight shift. Mo Prepper, yes, 11:59 on October 30th. Shut everything down. Come midnight of October 31st, hopefully they'll see everyone fucking logging out. They want us to be violent to point a finger. Well, Catskill Preparedness, they're already promoting violence, um, and still pointing a finger, right? They're like, oh, these people, they made us be violent because we're the voice of the unheard. And then they're pointing it right back at fucking conservatives and Republicans. We can't lose. We can't win for losing. So fuck it. Um, you might as well oblige them. Uh, Stray Kitten, Tennessee. If I'm not mistaken, Tennessee is still in my time zone. No, I think so. Doesn't matter. His lunch break is still late in the day, and so he's probably working a late shift. I don't even use. Yeah, I never. Dave Simmons. I don't use Google Chrome browser either. I don't fucking trust it. Uh, And yes, our boy Hemingway. Exactly. You don't negotiate with evil. You destroy it. Well, we shall see. We shall see where this goes. Militant Roots. Thank you for that. Because I did see where she said the stream was killed. Whatever. Like I said, guys, I'm walking that line like you wouldn't fucking believe. Jason, yeah, Lucky Dame Preparedness is smart. She knows exactly what she's talking about, so that's good. Marine's daughter says stop using Chrome. Yeah, I never really used. I mean, I think I tried to use it because there were a couple of apps years ago that I could only use using Chrome, and I didn't like it. I just it maybe I was just stupid. I don't know, but I didn't like it. I was like, fuck this thing, and I stopped using it. Holy shit! Dave Workman said he put in a new water heater for $600 and had to pay $175 installation fee. No shitballs. Social Dilemma, no problem, guys. Social Dilemma has an interesting YouTube channel, if you will. For those of you that want to take a look at it, you should. He had a video the other day. I forgot what the hell it was on, but he made some good points on it. Oh, it was about a certain prepper, but he made some good points on that prepper. Uh, and because I ranted about him the other night, and I watched a couple of those other videos, and it's not a bad channel. You guys should definitely take a look when you can. I almost got my wife paid off. Very good. What's going on, Prep Rebel? Yeah, I don't know, guys. Chrome was just, again, I don't know if I was just too stupid to use it or whatever the fucking problem was, but I didn't want anything to do with it. You all have no real concept of how far this really goes. I like when people say shit like that. When people's like, you guys don't know how bad this is going to get. No, the fuck we don't. Neither do you, Henry. You don't have no fucking crystal ball. I'm 1,000% sure you're not in the know. Because if you were in the know, you wouldn't be sitting on this channel. Just type in Militant Roots. Type in Social Dilemma. He's the only one that pops. You'll see it. He's got a top hat or some shit and a beard. Let me make it easier. Let's see if I can find it. Because you're going to make me find this fucking channel. Oh boy. All right. This. Sorry, guys. Looking for. Boom. Found it. Jason, you're too slow. Of course I'm too slow. I got a slow fucking computer. This computer I bought, guys. By the way, the link's in the chat. This computer, guys, I bought. I spent all this money on, and they were like, "It's faster. It's this. It's that." I get it home. I go on the internet. It's slower than fuck. I could click to the next page, go and make a cup of coffee, and come back, and it's still fucking just opening up. So, fuck this computer too. Fuck that prepper and fuck this computer. It's all fucking going downhill anyway. But no, another friend. Yeah, this absolutely goes fucking. It goes. This shit gets deep. But when people like you have no clue how bad this is going, I'm like, shut up, dude. I mean, like you fucking know. Like the fucking guy who knows all that's gonna happen, sitting here watching me on it. No, they're not. It don't work that way. Fucking if you're in the know, you're doing other things. You're not watching preppers on fucking YouTube, and at the very least, you're not watching me fucking rant. Um, Cambodian prepper, Canadian equals Cambodia, so Cambodia prepper. Yeah, it always annoys me when people like you don't know. I mean, like, listen, guys, the prepper community. We could look at the normies, if you will, and we go, these motherfuckers have no clue what's coming, because we have an idea that some fucked up shit is headed this way. We just don't know exactly what. We could war game and talk about certain things that are headed this way, but that's about it. We can't sit here and say, I know exactly what's going to happen next, because you're full of shit. Henry Slicker says, I'm laughing at you. You could laugh at me all you want, man. It's not like you're going to hurt my feelings. Oh my God. Henry's laughing at me. I guess I'm going to have to shut the live stream down and go. Anyway, with that, guys, we definitely need to be paying attention to what is happening with the Chinese and what they're doing and the moves they're making, at least the Chinese government. I mean, listen, guys, a lot of the Chinese, if you will, they're trying to get the fuck out of that country. They're like, fuck this place, I'm out of here. And then now they have police looking for them. There is something illegal about that. That's like bounty hunter kind of shit. And I'm 1,000% sure that what the Chinese doing is illegal. Police station for looking for Chinese nationals, whatever you want to call it, it's illegal. Now, yes, a lot of you said that the Biden administration is in bed with the Chinese. Yes, I agree. But when it comes to the economy, no. The economy, the Chinese roped themselves into our economy and themselves into our economy so that we can become so we can't be separated. Sorry, I was having a fucking stroke. So we can't be separated. So we missed that boat on partnering with them so that we can cut them out if we wanted to. We can't do that anymore. Now, if we get rid of anything, if we try to get rid of a lot of Chinese products, it will wind up fucking us. Though, should we go through that hardship for a little while so that we can separate ways from China? I think so. I think we should absolutely start making our own shit. Or at the very least, start making everything again slowly and start slowly cutting China out. Right? China is dumping our US dollars. At the least, they're giving their banks their heads up to dump our dollar. So we shall see what happens. I think economically that's going to fuck them too. So I don't see how or why they would do that, at least all of a sudden. If you're going to dump out dollars, you should absolutely be easing into it. You shouldn't just be calling up the banks and like, yo, dump them. Henry is telling his mom. Yeah, Henry's probably in the basement eating a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich that his mother made, yelling at his mother, I want more meatloaf, Mom. And you didn't cut you didn't cut the crust off my bread. Probably the kind of guy he is. He's not Mr. Fucking I know what's going on. You know, there a lot of, I don't want to go down that road. But guys, we all speculate what's going on and it's fine. But to sit there and say, I know what's going on, such a dick. You know, again, we have other prepper channels like, I know what's going on, this is going to happen. And then it doesn't happen and people still listen to this dude. Or these dudes. Sorry. But no crust on my peanut butter jelly sandwich. Fire ants from different mouths will fight each other to death. Johnny, I didn't know that. Fire ants from different mounds will fight each other to the death. No shit. That's good. Yeah, he Henry eats pumpkin spice spam. That's the one spam he eats. Yo, I can't listen, guys. That spam shit, that's out of fucking control. That is out of control. A fucking museum. Seriously, why in the fuck would they open up a museum for spam? How many people out there in the United States, guys, are like, we need a museum and dedicate it to spam? I don't understand what the fuck is going on. I'm like, how the fuck did we go there and how did we end up with a museum for this shit? I'm like, what? Did they have a petition? And these people in Minnesota was like, we need a fucking museum for spam? Or did they write to the spam community and go, guys, do you think we should have a museum for spam? And every last one of them were like, yes, let's do this. Let's build this fucking monument to spam. Oh, seriously, the world's shittiest me got the best, not the best, but a museum after itself. You come out wearing a little spam hat with a like that looks like a little tin can in your head. I mean, like, anybody walks out with that, that should be fucking knocked off their head just for fun. But unless it has ketchup on it, no. I don't give a fuck what you rub on spam. No, no dice. In a fucking museum. And then they go down the list of all the spam they have and have had. Guys, they have spreadable spam. Spreadable spam. So somebody goes, oh man, I'm really hungry. I want some spreadable spam. And he gets the spam, gets a butter knife, and he's spreading that meat across his fucking bread. And that's supposed to be good. And somebody thought of that and said, we need to spread spam easier. Instead of chunks of meat, let's make it a spread. Ugh. People are out of fucking control. Time traveler. The reason why Hawaiians love spam. I saw a small history thing on spam because one of you guys a couple of years ago sent me a link on it. If I'm not mistaken, spam became the Hawaiian meat because of the Navy, the U.S. Navy. The U.S. Navy bought something similar to their country when they were taking it over before some war, or when they were just taking it over. Sorry, when they were looking to plant a base there. So the natives that lived there, they started feeding them spam, and they loved it so much, it became their national food. That's roughly what I remember from that history lesson, because I couldn't believe that they were poisoning the people of Hawaii with this fucking meat. They were telling the Hawaiians, "This is good shit, man," and then they fucking fed them the spam. T Rex, aren't you black? I'm not black. I'm American. I can't be black anyway. My shirt is black. I'm clearly brown. Know the difference. But anyway, guys, yeah, spam out of control. Kathleen said, "Being from Hawaii, this is true." Okay, that again, that was like a small. I don't know. Somebody sent it to me, and I thought it was just fucking. And of course, like an idiot, I click it because I'm like, I'm curious as to why spam was such a hit in that country. And I go boop. And why the fuck is spam? Because somebody answered me this question: why is spam spelled in capital letters? You can't spell spam capital SPAM lowercase. You have to capital S, capital P, capital A, capital M. Is it an acronym for something like the world's shittiest meat, right? Shit possible. I don't know. Artificial meat. It's fucking. It's bad. But anyway, it's the worst meat, and I don't know why the fuck anybody loves that shit. People are like, oh my god, spam is so delicious. Yeah, if you have no taste buds, or you have no fucking culture, I don't know which one you want to go with. But and they have a vegan spam. Oh god, it's even worse. Super potted ass meat. Maybe cricket spam is better. No, no, thank you. But yeah, I don't know, guys. Fuck that spam shit. It's stupid. I don't know why anybody would eat it. It's just fucking trickery. It's the devil in a can. That's what fucking it is. Even as a treat for competition. No, I wouldn't even eat that shit as a speak. Yes, and vegan spam. Vegan spam is made by a company called Omnipork. Go figure. Selective potassium artificial meat spam. Is that what it means, Brian Keith Prepper, or did you make that up? Because either way, I'm going to spread that around as the truth. Fuck it. Special purpose artificial meat. That one, Dan Phillips, I like that one. Sucky possible ass meat. That too. Shitty, poor, and moneyless. I like that one, Carol Cook. That one's funny. Shitty, poor, and moneyless. Wonderful spam. That's fucking horrendous. People, listen. My father used to make spam, and he used to make like spam sandwiches, and he used to have spam and eggs. And wake up in the morning, you smell spam, and I just wanted to throw up. I was like, this is disgusting. And you couldn't wait for that fucking smell to clear out of the house. And then he would have it at night for the spam sandwich. Sometimes, occasionally, he would have it. And I'm like, I can't wait for the fucking smell to clear out of the house. It's horrendous, man. Spiced pork and ham. P. Fletch, is that what it means? Spiced pork and ham? Okay. You know how spiced pork and ham, that sounds more plausible. I don't know. Special people ask me. Special people ask me. I like that one. This show's about spam. Yes, now it is. Fucking spam. You know why? Because I found out there was a museum, and I can't for the life of me think what people said let's start a museum. Now, guys, keep in mind, there's museums about everything out there. There's a museum, what the fuck was it on? Rubber bands or some shit like that? Something silly. But whatever, guys, if you want a museum for it, it's there. They have a museum of fitness, if I'm not mistaken, like all the fitness machines from the inception of fitness to now. They have obviously like the basketball, football Hall of Fame. Those are like museums, and then they have like museums on the dumbest things, like yawn or some shit like that, like how yawn was made and why yawning became such a culture in the United States. Billy the Kid Norwood said the Dow is down. The Dow futures is down 53 points already. That's because of what the Chinese did, because of what they announced, right? Right after the market closed, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe they announced that early and we got it late, whatever. Spam is not good for camping or deployments, Crow. I don't want to hear it. Yeah. So, guys, again, be aware of what's going on in China. It's bad fucking news. Stay away from spam. It'll kill you. At the very least, it'll fucking make your dick fall off. So don't eat that shit. And other than that, someone said we have a mustard museum. Mm-mm. We need a prepper museum is what we need. We should do that. If they have a fucking spam museum, we should come out with a prepper museum. Fuck that shit. I think our museum will be a lot more interesting than a spam museum. At least we'll give people like a little survival bag as they walk out, not a little fucking spam can sitting on your head as a hat. Stupid. Anyway, guys, I'm going off the air. I gotta fucking dial in my last workout, and I will see you guys next week. Who am I having on next week? Oh God, forgive me if I'm not mistaken. I have next week. I have Sophie Medina from the Bravest for Choice. She's going to talk about her story and what happened to her while she was on LWAP. By the way, guys, Paul, Sophie, and a few other firefighters got back to work. They go back on a chart Monday. So she should be on Tuesday night to talk about the woes they've went through. So they are back to work. So thank you for your support, by the way. I think I don't think a lot of cops were able to go back to work as well. But nonetheless, guys, the people are starting to go back to work. So this is a good thing. So thank you for your support. And those of you who donated, I appreciate it. Um, got a t-shirt, Jason. Marine's daughter got a t-shirt. What t-shirt? Anyway, whatever. Anything, guys, you want to talk about afterwards, or email me at angryprepper@gmail.com. If it's political based, angrytruth77 at gmail.com. Other than that, guys, good night, and I will see you guys next week.